everyone. Welcome to another session of Fractures of Reality. Ninja won't be here, she's busy being an adult. Yep. So, with that
Adulting
said,
is hard.
oh, tell me about it. I've been trying for 3 months to get a new apartment place to rent. But anyway, in the last session, Charlotte made a deal. Corax had a talk with his father. Jezebel talked to Cricket. And you all met a vampire.
Yep.
You are all currently heading towards the fortress where the vampires are.
Mm-hmm.
And from what Cricket said, you should arrive there in about a day. So,
Oh boy.
what do you guys want to do for the meantime?
She makes sure she has the proper setup.
Okay.
Okay.
Oh, that reminds me. Clara?
Mm-hmm.
You woke up today and you have 4 arms and your tail is gone.
What?
Eh?
Yeah, you have 4 arms now.
Okay. Hi guys, apparently I have arms, but not a tail.
What?
It's starting.
Oh boy. And I thought having 4 wings was a little weird, but eh.
Wait, does this mean I can play my guitar and my violin at the same time?
I mean, you'll have to roll performance with disadvantage to see if you're able to, because you don't really know how to use the arms that well yet. But you can try.
I think she already rolled performance, so.
Yes, but
that was for general.
Oh.
This is for two instruments at once.
Yeah.
Oh god.
You are able to play both instruments at once, and in fact, it's actually pretty dang good. Even Korax can't find anything wrong with the performance.
Korax is pretending very hard not to listen. She's just thinking, if I don't think about it, maybe it'll go away.
Yeah.
Clara has another thought. So like that means I summon my fractures. That means I have 8 arms. Does that mean I can play 4 instruments?
You sure seem to be adjusting to your newfound limbs well.
Clara summons her fracture. Is their fracture normal or abnormal?
Your fracture is normal.
Okay. Only 3 instruments. That'll work.
You play. So what is everyone else doing?
I'm not quite sure what to do in the meantime. She's just preparing herself for vampires.
Well, you do notice that Cricket has been staring at you. Well, he always kind of stares at you, but he's staring at you more than usual, if that makes sense.
Instead of 99% staring, it's 100% staring.
Okay. Is there something you need from me, Cricket?
Am I a gopher?
A what?
Gopher. You know, like taxi driver. That was out of character there. I was explaining what a gopher was.
Okay. A gopher? I think you're more than that, honestly. But I can't quite find the word for it.
You all keep just using my home as your personal transport.
Well, I'm not sure where or how we can find another such flying island anywhere in the world right now.
So
It's
if
the
it wasn't,
fastest thing we-
so if it wasn't a flying island and it wasn't fast, you wouldn't choose it. Is that correct?
I guess.
Very well. You see him walk over towards the cat head.
Hey, considering Korax's father said we only have 2 months left before the Drow invade, hey, I'd see we need all the speed we're gonna get.
So yeah, you see a cricket go over to the cat head. What are you doing now, Cicada?
I guess I'll see what he's up to.
You approach and you're able to easily overhear him. He's discussing the possible sickness that the cat might be having soon. Wing losing itis.
Oh,
Oh no.
oh dear.
He stops when he notices you've approached, though. So you only get a small snippet.
Sorry. I didn't mean to interrupt.
You were not interrupting anything. I am just discussing some things with my house.
Okay. I'll leave you to it then.
He nods. He waits until you're pretty far away and then he resumes his conversation. Do you do anything else, Cicada?
That's about it. I haven't planned anything.
Alright. Does anyone else have anything they would like to do?
You hear a loud, like, construction noises coming from underground. Otherwise, that's all I'm doing right now.
Alright. Anyone else?
Not that I can think of.
Yeah, it doesn't seem like it.
Alright. About halfway through your day, you all feel the island suddenly come down and land. And then it just sits there.
Huh?
You are, and I'll get the map out really quick so you guys can see. You are, let me grab this. You are about here.
Dear.
What's your destination?
The
Over here.
Yeah.
Okay.
So yeah, you guys aren't completely all the way there, but you're fairly close. Like it's about, I'd say, a day or two travel. I'd have to double check though.
Okay.
Oh, are we already there?
Cricket
Let's hear that.
turns, and then he says, "I'm afraid this is where we stop. The Owlcat has come down with an illness that prevents them from being able to fly. Not Owlcat, my
Cat house.
the cat house. Yes."
That's Matt.
Oh no.
It's wing losing itis. I'm afraid it's very deadly.
Oh no. Wait, is it deadly? Or are you
It's-
just messing with me?
It's deadly in that the wings will be lost.
Oh.
So deadly to wings.
Can we put the wings on our own plot of land?
He glances over to the side and you see one of the wings, like, sort of tear itself off the land, grow some legs and a mouth, and then go, and then it sort of flies away in a circle as it sort of flaps up, and then, you know, sort of like a leaf. It sort of spins as it flies into the air.
Oh my god. That is the strangest thing.
We don't have time for this.
I don't think there's much we can do about this. We'll have to continue on foot. We still have the horses, at least.
Yeah, but can the horses take us to that area?
Did you leave them in Appalachia? Or did you bring them on?
I think we were keeping the horses with the house the entire time because Cricket apparently had a barn.
No, Cricket never had a barn.
He had a stable, I think.
Or stable, that's what I
No.
meant.
This is news to me.
Yeah, no,
Okay,
I don't
so-
remember that at all.
Okay, that's something that I'm wrong then.
Yeah, you probably left the map Appalachia, to be honest. The concept of horses will slip your mind whenever you have a moving flying house.
True. Did we have to travel on foot?
I could be wrong, though, and I will check back on this. But yeah.
I do specifically remember we still had the horses somewhere.
Yeah, you do still have the horses, but from what I remember, you stabled them in Appalachia. So that you could
A
fly.
lot, yeah, a lot of episodes to fly back on, so.
Oof.
But
We
alright.
need to get back
It
up
is
there.
Cricket, though.
Eventually.
It is Cricket, though, and if you had asked him, he would have probably made you a stable.
Hmm.
I'm just thinking really quick. So, for the sake of moving things along, I will say you do have the horses. And that there isn't really a stable, more just like a building that the horses are just standing in. Like, they don't look very happy in there. Haven't exactly been let out because you guys have been flying.
Okay.
Claire's gonna go tend to the horses.
They actually go to bite you. They are not happy.
Oh. I should go and check on the horses.
I mean, they've kind of
No,
been.
I have to.
When I said that they're in a tiny, small room, I mean like the size of a shed. A small garden shed.
Oh. Yeah,
The island
no.
doesn't have a lot of room.
No, that's about the size of Charlotte's workshop. It's very small.
Okay, I'm gonna let them out.
Now what?
Are you sure you wish to do that?
Yeah.
They need to stretch their legs.
So you
They might not come back.
you let them out, just to confirm.
Unless anyone disagrees.
I'm not there to disagree, but I wouldn't disagree anyway.
All right. You open the door and both horses bolt and run away.
Oh. I'm gonna fly after them.
So horses can move 60 feet, and
I
I'm
can
pretty
fly
sure.
60 feet.
Yes, so you chase them and they just keep running.
You've got to be kidding me.
So, what do you guys do now? You keep chasing after the horses?
I keep chasing after them.
Alright,
Yeah, definitely a lost cause.
roll me a survival check, please.
Oh boy.
And an
survival.
animal handling check.
Sorry, what other check?
Animal handling.
Animal handling. Oh my gosh.
Well, new horses it is.
So, the horses run until they're too tired to move anymore. So, you're chasing them for, I'd say, well into the night. And you realize you have no idea which way you flew in from. And you can't see where the island is anymore. You are lost.
Oh dear.
But we'll get back to you in a moment, because what is everyone else doing while Cicada's off chasing horses?
Ryu's watching the whole thing with with his eyes really twitching, like he's looking really irritable right now.
Yeah, Korax isn't about the same mood.
Korax?
Probably should have taken better care of them.
Korax?
Yes.
How long did your father say how long did your father say we have again?
2 months.
Then I don't think we can afford to waste time on things like this. Do you?
No. No, I do not.
Glad at least someone agrees with me.
Charlotte, at this point you finish up what you're doing and you're able to, and you exit your little work shed.
Charlotte's covered in soot, messy attire, and all.
You look
As
like the
she lead-
version. You look like the version of you we first met.
Har. Made some good progress today. In fact, I think I'm about done.
That seems to offset our bad progress, I think.
Please
No, what happened?
Please tell me whatever it is you were working on can help us get around faster.
Helps me get around faster.
The house has stopped flying. For
Nah,
reasons.
I figured that was why we landed with Clown's middle working.
The horses are angry. And
We had
Cicada went
horses?
after them.
Oh. Why hasn't changed? Oh, that's what that shed was. I was still having random stuff in there.
Gloria face palms. How did you not notice the horses in there?
I don't know. How did you not notice tall people all the time?
No
Charlotte
wonder
is
they're
very small. All I saw were like stilts, so I thought they were just like for me to use whenever I need to reach a really high shelf or something.
So, meanwhile, Cicada, you are very lost, and it is very dark. You can see in the dark, but you can't see that far.
I'm gonna ritual cast speak with animals. Well, I try to tend to the horses by giving them apples and some warm.
The
Warm
moment you approach them, they wearily try to trot away, but they're exhausted.
I'm sorry. Oh my gosh.
They keep trying to get away.
If I had known you've been stuck in a shed all this time, Gosh, this is all my fault. I'm a bad horse whisperer. Ah.
So, eventually, Starchild looks over to you and with an exhausted snort, which you translate to mean, I quit.
Okay. I can't stop you. I understand that you don't like us anymore after that.
You've had us stabled for months. Well, not months, weeks. Sorry.
I'm really sorry.
No, it's fine. I get it. You like your stupid cat house. House cat. Because it's faster. I get it. It's fine. We'll just go off and graze on our own. We're very happy with this grass, and we don't need your apples.
I'm really sorry we took you for granted. At the very least, we could take you back to the nearest town once all this is over.
We will be forced to work at another wagon? No thanks, I'd rather be free.
Or at a farm, at least, a pasture.
Starchild just stops responding. Alright, back to the rest of the group. So, what are you guys gonna do?
Missing a few of us. Charlotte looks around. After realizing that there are some people missing.
I mean, yes, there are people missing, but I'm waiting for someone else to talk.
I know, actually.
I know, I'm just saying something so that people know they can talk.
Charlotte shrugs. Goes back to the workshop then.
Should we wait for Cicada or should we just head off?
Alright, Charlotte goes back to her workshop, leaving the three of you to deal with the situation.
I tried to put in my 2 cents.
You didn't really wait long enough for people to form a thought, though.
How long does it take for people to think? I'm sorry.
Anyway,
Is it-
it's fine. Flora, Corax, and Ryu, what are you doing?
So anybody who's paying attention will notice by this point Ryu has his head down, and he's growling. His eyes, hands, and feet, and all his tails are just alit with blue fire. It's slowly trickling to encompass his entire body. He looks like he's about ready to explode.
Okay. Corax, what are you doing? Corax?
All the time. Of all the times for Jezebel to disappear.
Flora?
She still doesn't know what to make of this situation. So we could try to go there and take care of the vampires ourselves. Probably a bad idea. We could wait here for Cicada could possibly come back with a horse or two. Probably won't be enough if we're missing one. Where the heck did Jezebel go anyway?
Okay. Ryu?
At this point, he stomps over to one of the edges of the island, and just then turns his head to the sky and screams at the top of his lungs, "We don't have time for this!" And as he's doing that, as he does this, the blue fire encompassing his body just erupts erupts from around his immediate surroundings like a geyser.
Alright.
It's going about part. If you didn't know any better, you would think it was going all the way into the sky.
Alright. Well, just really quick, you're not on an island anymore. Like, when the island landed, it became one with the ground. So it's just flat ground now. But
Oh.
I will allow Cicada to make one perception check.
Oh boy. I am just rolling terribly tonight.
Alright. Charlotte, what are you doing?
After hearing the usual scream, what she assumed would be Ryu at this point, Charlotte would just go and grab her gear. After a brief sigh and gather everything, she looks to Raichi for a moment, who is probably staying in the shed till at least nightfall.
It's
Give me a gear.
Yeah. Sorry, my brain's work.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll be good here. You know me. I'm just
Alright.
gonna continue making this, she slowly slides something behind her. Thing.
That thing being.
Nothing.
Alright.
Definitely not making an improvised explosive. Nope.
Do you want me to come get you later then?
Yes. Get me once
Okay.
this entire mess is sorted, and I'll take you guys the rest of the way.
Alright. I'll leave the other thing next here then until then.
Yeah. See you later.
Later. Charlotte heads out and looks to reuse explosion. Then looks to Chlora. Then looks to Corax. Shakes her head. She's gonna look at the ground because they mentioned horses and see if there's any tracks going in a certain direction.
There are very clear tracks going to the west.
Okay. She then, based off how long they've been flying and dashing, this might take an entire day. But Charlotte doesn't know that, so Charlotte's going to cast a tinkering sound, magical tinkering, to light up the path. And then she's going to light up a bullet, shoot it into the sky to cause a flare.
Alright. But this is the last
What?
check, okay?
I gotcha. That's just what Charlotte would have done. Otherwise, I'll just go start walking down the long road to find her.
Alright. I'll need a survival check from you, Charlotte. And you get one more check, Cicada.
There we go.
Alright, well, I'll let you know when that comes into play. Because it won't be for a while.
Right.
Alright. Cooler, what are you doing?
So are we going to follow them then?
Ryu has sending, does he not? Just send it to Cicada. We need a status update.
Okay. Clara comes over to you. Hey. Would you be okay with asking Cicada how things are going?
You see the by this point the flames have died out. Hit out his out he's got smoke. He's got smoke. Oak. Oak. He's got smoke. Oak. Seeping out. Seeping from various areas of his areas in his body. And there are the grass around him is still burning with some. It still has some blue embers around. There's there air, and
Breathe.
he as soon as he hears Clara's voice, he just takes a deep breath, puts his fingers up to his temple, and Cicada, where the hell are you?
Cicada, you've been slowly working the horses, and at this point they have finally eaten one apple. But they're clearly rather grumpy about it. But they're kind of tired, so they're just kind of disgruntledly being passive-aggressive to you. Occasionally one will nip at you, but like at least they're not trying to run away now. And as you're doing that, and at this point, for all of you, it's well and truly night time by now. Just so we're all clear on what time of day it is.
Mm-hmm.
With that in mind, Cicada, now you get the sending.
Bleh. Oh, jeez, he's really mad. Okay, how do I word this? Hi, Ryu. I'm fine. Horses are exhausted. Kinda lost. Can't bring the horses back.
Alright,
Could help.
Charlotte, did you head off or are you waiting to see if what the sending does?
Ascending does, because I'm not going to hand off if she can see the flare.
Okay.
But if I don't know if she sees the flare, I asked Clara to talk to Rita for sending. So
Okay.
once I get a response back, I'll know the situation better now. Then I'll make the choice of to leave or not. Does that make sense?
Alright. So, in that case, Cicada, you did see a brief flash of light, but you weren't sure what it was.
Okay, saw a light in the distance. Is that where you are? That's the end of the message.
Did that light happen to look like a blue flame, or a red star?
A red star.
That's another sending. Mark it off your list.
That was us.
That's 3 sendings. Remember to keep track.
That's
Or was that the same sending?
I didn't know. Can sending be? Sending can't go into a conversation.
No, it can't. It's one message. What I'm asking is, was those 2 messages one message, or was it 2 separate questions, 2 separate sendings?
The way they worded it, it sounded like 2 separate.
Like what I could say, I could change it. Like, did you see either a blue fire or a red star? Either way, that was us.
So, are you doing 1 sending message, or are you doing 2?
I'll make it 1.
Alright. Cicada, you may respond now.
Hi, Ryu. Really sorry. Horses are exhausted. Saw a red star. may arrive shortly, but probably without horses. Sorry.
Do you need me?
Oh, Ryu. That's another Sunday.
Is that in character?
No, that's Oasilu. Because I can't tell what you're sending. I'm just letting you know, Oasilu. That's another Sunday.
If that last sending was just if those last two sendings were just merged back into one, then I still have one left.
I'm just letting you know. If you want to spend all the spell slots, you can. I'm just letting you know that each time you reply to her, that's a sending. If she replies to you, that's to complete the sending. Does that make sense?
Just keep track of it. Is all Charlotte's saying. You may
Yeah.
continue.
Do you need another? Do you need me to guide you here myself?
I'll come back.
Alright. So,
She takes one last glance at the horses.
alright. So while you're doing that, Cicada, Ryu, what are you going to tell the rest of them?
She saw Charlotte's signal. She said she saw Charlotte's signal. She's on her way back, but she lost the horses.
The horses were exhausted. I haven't lost them.
She says the horses are exhausted, and evidently she can't bring them back with her.
That's understandable.
Mm-hmm. We should have handled them better.
Yeah. Alright, well, I'll just make a light for her to see better.
Okay?
Well, all I can do is all I'm gonna do is light up parts of the house with magical tinkering. Just to give it like dim light so she can see it better when she gets close towards it.
Alright.
That's all my tinkers for that, so that's just 2 lights after it fades.
With that said, is there anything else anyone would like to do while you guys wait for Cicada to arrive?
Nope.
Alright. So, while you guys are eating dinner, an exhausted Cicada arrives 2 hours later.
Well, she does take one last glance at the horses and goes, I'm really sorry. You don't have to come back. But you probably shouldn't stay out here in the middle of nowhere.
What I'm saying is it took you a long time to get back, and by the time you got back, it went from just dark to dinner time. Like, it was a solid 2-3 hours.
Right.
So yeah, you have a point of exhaustion, Cicada.
Yeah, it's to be expected.
Still, they left some dinner. They left some dinner for you.
But I did leave some apples for the horses to have before she left.
Alrighty.
Back, Cicada.
Sorry.
Here.
As soon as she comes through the door, she looks winded.
I can see. It's like looks like you've been flying for a bit.
She actually kind of crumples down to the floor, kneeling, and goes, I'm so sorry. Ah.
It's not your fault. It's all of our faults.
Bella walks over to Cicada and tries to pick her up. Don't kneel like that. It's just disgraceful of you.
I think she was just catching her breath.
Charlotte still takes it that's that way.
Ah, okay. Continue.
I would terrible horse owner.
Look, just drop it. Catch your breath. Sit down, eat. We have a lot of we have a lot of lost time to make up for tomorrow.
Uh-huh. I didn't mean to upset anybody.
I'm just glad you're back.
Clara gives Cicada a hug.
No. She's tearing up.
Charlotte passes Cicada on the back and helps her to a table if she requires it.
Ringo speaks up. I made lasagna and soup to recover your energy.
Okay.
Thank you, Dad.
Do they taste like s'mores?
No, it tastes like soup because it wasn't Cricket that made it.
I had it. It was a test. Let's see.
But yeah, you all ate up. Is there anything you guys do before you head to bed?
I'll be working to change some items around when I sleep. But
Alright.
normal artifact stuff.
Alright. Anyone else?
Clara has come to the conclusion that the house, she's no longer welcome in the house due to how Cricket has been has it been clear enough that Cricket is tired of us using him?
I mean, the only one who has any inclination that that might be the case would be maybe Cicada because she overheard and he talked to her about it. No one else would know.
Okay. Okay, so she sleeps inside then.
And even then, Cicada would probably not be absolutely certain. Still, the morning comes, and with it, you all have your breakfast, and Cicada, you lose that point of exhaustion, but you're still pretty tired because it was a long day.
Understandable. But she's had a lot of time to think on it while sleeping.
Do I still have 2 arms?
Nah, you're back down to 2 arms and your tail's returned.
Okay. I'm gonna amend my clothing.
Though now you can taste colors.
Oh no.
I can taste colors?
Yeah, not like you're high or anything, but like you can taste blue in the air because the sky is blue, so air is blue. Yeah.
Why does the air in this house taste strange?
Hey,
Charlotte shrugs.
Cricket, can we talk in private?
Sure. He follows you outside.
Cricket, are we bad freeloaders?
He pauses for a moment. Yes. You eat my food, you sleep under my house, you take my stuff, and you borrow my car. I'm using car just so you guys can get what he means because it would take a lot longer to describe it otherwise.
Huh.
Borrow my wagon. Borrow my wagon.
Oh. Well, is there anything we can do to repay you?
He pauses at that. And then he shrugs. I'm tired.
Uh, it just seems like I've taken stuff for granted ever since I got back, and I just feel bad.
He gives you a pat on the head. The walk will be good for you. All of you.
Okay. I get. That's it for me, really.
Yeah.
Okay, I didn't.
The rest of you are free to continue, breakfast and all that.
It's sunny outside right now, right?
Yeah.
Okay. No. Ryu, you were fine.
Yeah, you're
Audio-wise,
fine.
you.
Honestly, I'm glad you weren't loud because because of I'm very sensitive to certain sounds, and I was already reaching to pull my headphones off because I was worried you were gonna hurt my ears.
Yeah,
Oh,
I had to,
Anyway,
it down.
I was planning to restrain my voice, as soon as I decided I was gonna do that.
yeah, but anyway,
it's
let's keep on track though.
All
So,
right. Charlotte would finish breakfast afterwards and then give him enough time for Cricket to get to talk or general because she noticed that Cicada did mention they're going outside for a bit. She would then eventually head outside, wait to the group. Well, we gotta stop walking soon, guys.
How about your friend? Do we just like stuff their bat form in a bag?
I'll inquire about that before we head out. I gotta go pick up a thing anyway.
Okay.
so as you head out, Charlotte, you see Cricket look to you, and then he says, "Come over here."
Charlotte tilts her head and then follows.
He then looks to you both, and then he says, "I will discuss what I want in further detail at a later date. But if you require any assistance or information on what it is I want, speak to Charlotte." And then he turns and heads back inside.
Okay.
Oh, Cricket.
Yes?
Oh. To be frank, I was hoping you can help me with something real quick.
Yes?
Being Raichi's a vampire right now. It's gonna be hard for her to move in the sun. It'll be hindering our progress in moving. I know
Yeah.
she'd like to come with us.
You have an amulet that can change the time of day.
Did we? Charlotte doesn't actually know about that. So,
I believe Korax has it.
well, never mind.
Yeah.
Then continue on.
He will head inside, briefly glance to Korax, stare at him for a moment, and then he goes and heads upstairs.
Huh.
So, as for you, Cicada and Charlotte, I will create a private group where you guys can have that conversation, because we'll keep it quiet. But otherwise, just move on, pretend you had that conversation already, and we'll get to it when we get to it. Regardless, what are the rest of you going to do? Korax? You were just stared at by crickets? You finish breakfast. What are you doing?
Well, I'm going to ignore the cricket parts.
Okay.
If we're going to be walking the rest of the way, then let's get to it.
I
Rear,
guess so.
is there anything you would like to do?
He's going to just follow everyone out. He's not in a talking mood.
Fair enough.
So, how did the talk go?
We're
Where's
walking.
Chlor? Ah, okay. Okay.
I'm gonna talk to Korax real quick too, before I even get my thing.
I keep being tempted to have Chlora ask if everything's gonna be okay, but she has no inclination that there is anything wrong. So,
Right. Makes sense.
Alright. So, I believe only Charlotte has things they want to do. So, go right ahead, Charlotte.
Charlotte would walk back in the house and glance to Korax and Ryu afterwards. And she would just simply speak. Korax, I heard you got an amulet at Change of the Day. I didn't really pay attention to that until it was relevant to me, but are you able to use it for me?
I want to be careful about using it, but I can.
Well, but you get a vampire traveling list because they know about the mansion better, unless you want them to stay. Because that is entirely up to you at this point.
Point. And pulls out and pulls out the amulet and just tosses it to Charlotte.
we could
Alright.
also just leave at night.
Let me just get the magic item, the magic information up for you. Because it has
Yeah.
been a bit. I think it's under tools, or was it? I made a thing for it, didn't I? I thought I did. How weird. So basically, the amulet can either make the day to night or the night to day. For example, when the Black Sun was still happening, a cult was using it to claim that they could stop the Black Sun from happening, and they were using the amulet to basically make it daytime so the undead wouldn't spawn.
I gotcha. Is there a limitations towards it? Like amount of times I can use it before a long rest, or
I think he uses spell slots.
that doesn't make sense to me. I mean, it's only used for a caster.
Chlora
never
just
used-
mentioned we could just leave at night.
It never used spell slots when I used it.
Oh,
Okay.
didn't?
No, I believe it was you could use it. I think it was once a day.
I do not remember any limitations being attached to it. Admittedly, it had been a
Yeah,
while.
yeah. I think you're right. There wasn't any limitations. You could just use it. Like you could totally use it to make it night and then change it back to day and then change it back to night.
That's funny. Alrighty. Well, thank you, Quax. You guys want to head out then?
I guess so. I'm just worried about the implications of making it night for everyone else.
We'll be fine. It's only like a 2 days travel, I believe.
So, 2/3 of a black sun for everyone.
We haven't had a black sun.
What do you think they'll think when they notice that there's 2 consecutive days of night?
Well, and there's no undead, so it doesn't matter. Charlotte shrugs at that and just starts walking back.
Yeah. So you guys change it tonight and head out?
Clara is uncomfortable with this, but she's concluded that she's in the minority and she's gonna follow everyone.
Alright. Any final things then before you head out?
As Charlotte leaves the shed, you see a new device with her. Do you want to do that now?
Sure, go for it.
Okay. So it's a machine of some sort that looks like it has 4 limbs on its own, and it starts walking and following Charlotte. It's a lot bigger than her. Looks like it could be like a smaller version of a horse, but the style and design of it, the robot looks like a dragon, like a robotic dragon. And
Clara looks at Charlotte and says, "Ooh, can it breathe fire?"
sadly, I don't have a flamethrower attachment towards it, so no.
It also has
Ah,
a green glow to the eyes.
I'm not too sure what the name are yet,
Oops. That should be
but
fixed
this is
now.
what I've been working on. It's what I was working on at the bottom of the island that we were on.
okay.
So, just for you, Neku.
Yeah.
Basically, part of the pact was Cricket empowered your brain to make you able to invent certain things that you were struggling with, but in the
Okay.
process of doing so, you've realized you've forgotten how to do other things. Like, it's as if you've become differently smart. You're still smart, it's just you're smart in a different way to what you were previously.
I'm smarter in the way I wanted Charlotte to be, basically. Because Charlotte wanted to be an inventor, and now she finally invented a robot.
Yeah.
But yeah, she's very happy about this one.
Okay.
You see the dragon, like, open its mouth, and then it, like, breathes out a brief green mist. Like a whoosh, whoosh.
Oh, it's accidental?
Yeah, you didn't program that in.
No. I assume I did not. The mist reminds me of ice, though, to a degree. I'll call you Shiva.
So, with that done, is there anything else you guys would like to do before I show you the vampire map?
I
That's
guess,
what I can
Well-
think of.
yeah, mostly throughout the trip, Cicada has just been very quiet.
So,
Charlotte is riding her dragon.
so,
She's a small creature. Good.
as you guys walk, you're all reminded just how slow walking is compared to the previous travel. In the span of the single day that you guys travel, you have only made it a very small distance. Like, you guys are, I'm using the horse here. You guys landed where the horse is, and you have only traveled this far.
If Cricket really has just put down roots, then getting back to my city in time is going to be almost impossible.
The next
I'm
day,
sure he has his reasons.
you also don't have any comfy beds, and you have to start counting rations or start eating apples. which is fine for the first bit, but when all you have to eat is apples, and you don't even have Jezebel's food that she sometimes got made. Another day passes, and you make it this far. Another day.
I'd like to try the thingamajig every day.
Sure thing, you may roll.
How many do I roll?
I'm counting now. 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, it takes you 8 days to get to the foot of the mountains where the fortress is located.
Oh my gosh, you got
Oh!
a 100.
Oh my god! Guess what, Clara? On the
I
seventh
succeed?
on the 7th day, it clicks open.
Hey guys, I got it open!
What?
Give me a second. I actually wasn't expecting this to happen. I've got to make the hand tap
Ever.
for it now.
Oh no.
Give me a second.
So you
No
do
one-
know what it was, but you didn't expect it to happen so soon.
I didn't expect it to happen at
ever.
all.
Oh.
Yeah, when she says a D100, she was really trying to make sure it doesn't happen.
I mean, I figured it might happen, but I never expected it to.
That's
But
not
it did
a
happen.
good bar.
Give me a second. Wait, no, I better not use that item. Give me a second.
Wait, hang on now.
Give me a second. I'm getting it. You gotta give me a second.
Okay, I guess you can just RP for a little bit while you
Yeah.
get set up.
Like, you guys are at camp.
Like,
So I
Cicada
assume
has
I'm
just
still
been-
working on the box, and then
Yes,
just teleported
yes.
back. Okay.
Yes, because I'm getting the item ready.
Okay. Cicada has just been unusually quiet throughout most of the journey.
Some people are. Charlotte notices on Cicada and she stands up and walks towards her in the campsite. What's going on?
Well, I don't think Cricket likes us taking his house for granted anymore.
Has he told you that?
I mean, when I asked if we were freeloaders, he said yes.
Well, you know, that's very crickety of him.
Hmm.
Charlotte glances away and towards the direction of the house in question. That kind of explains a few things, I guess. More
I
so,
mean, I noticed it when when the horses wouldn't come back. Because we've just been not taking care of them at all. And I just felt really bad.
yeah. Cicada,
Ne-
take this as the lesson to be humble then. Rather than be sad about it, take it as a learning experience. Always opportunities to learn.
Alright.
Okay.
I'm ready.
While you guys are saying that, Clara says, "So our lesson here is that we don't buy horses. We let Charlotte make horses. Got it."
No. There's a lot of
And-
materials.
And then the box clicks.
So,
And Chlorofather's like,
you're all expecting some fanfare or a celebration or a glow cut to come from the box. But instead, as Clara opens it, there's her cheers and her joy, and she opens it to reveal a piece of paper with a set of instructions written in common.
Well,
Oh. A magic item. Any magic item, I'm guessing.
You know what? I think I'll. I am go. You guys okay if I use this then?
Go ahead.
It is yours, Flora.
Okay.
Any
Yes.
magic item I get will probably be never given to me. But this is yours. You earned that one.
Choose wisely. You only get one.
Clara is going to continue pondering this throughout the trip.
Okay.
Okay.
Well, the trip only lasts one more day, so, you know. If you want to do it now, or you can wait until after the vampire fortress.
At least I still have.
Well, I'll leave it with you, then. But yeah,
Mhm.
in that case,
Doing research.
alright. Then I will partake you guys to the map. Let me change the
At
music
least-
over.
At least I still have Crikey the cricket.
You take care of him pretty well, don't you?
Yeah.
So, just learn from this. Nothing you did was terribly wrong. After all, you can still make up for it. I'm sure you have to the horses one way or another.
Okay.
So,
Oh gosh, I feel sorry for all of you.
you all made your
Oh,
way to the small bit of the map, and you do eventually find your way onto a thin path. Let me just look. Okay, let me look up this item, and then we'll do the rest of the stuff. Okay, let me just check.
I feel sorry for all of you.
And that's the item you write on the piece of paper?
Mm-hmm. I did a Google search and I looked at it. I'm like, I feel sorry for everyone, but Clara would totally get that.
Okay. So, you all watch as Flora writes something on the piece of paper and then closes the box. There's a sudden click, and then the box shoots open, and Clara is pelted in the face by. It's basically an accordion. You know, the things that go.
Yeah.
And that hits Clara in the face, and then the box shuts, and there's the spinning of gears and turning, and you watch as the box begins to change and becomes far more ornately and puzzled. The dice has gone from up, it is now 1d1000.
My God. Yeah, that's never gonna get opened.
I'm never gonna get an item this way in this game.
Yeah.
Does Clara get a chance to attune to it, or
It is a Reveler's Corsinita. You can attune to it, you can do whatever you want with it.
I meant, does she have time to attune to it?
Yeah, I'm sure.
Okay, just double checking. She's going to do so then.
But yeah,
That's weird.
Clara has an accordion.
you're free to keep rolling the box. Just be aware, it's now 1d1000.
May I then?
It's Clara's box, Oscar.
Go ahead.
May I give it a go?
Okay, so there's a
Okay,
few rules
uh,
before you roll. One, you can only roll once a day. And that once a day is you trying to solve the box for that day. And you got to do it over a short or long rest. So every short or long rest, you can get one try. And if
Okay,
you spend your short or long rest doing that, you can't do anything else with that short rest or long rest. So say like you wanted to identify some items, you probably couldn't play with the puzzle box. So yeah, that's the main rules. You can get one try now because Chlora is attuning to an item, but just keep that in mind.
okay. Well,
Yeah,
Uh,
don't get your hopes up.
I'm not seeing it. I rolled, it's not showing up for me.
Hmm, that's weird. Let me try rolling.
I think I tried. It's because I typed it wrong. Oh, it came close.
Close, but no Shigar.
Clara now has a save DC of 19.
Oh my god.
Yeah,
Oh
that's a
my
plus 2 to
god.
save DC.
Yeah.
They're really powerful.
I mean,
Honest-
Chlora has been working at that box for months now.
Literally the entire campaign, I think.
Yeah.
So, now that the box has been dealt with, you guys are face to face with the vampire fortress. Now, Raichi has made you a rough map, and she says that there is a secret entrance into the fortress at the back. You'll have to go through what's the word? Some rough terrain to get to it, but she says there's a secret entrance at the back that you guys could get through, or you can go through the front entrance.
They might be expecting us. I say we go through the back.
You can also see, and Raichi would point this out, there are several watchtowers along the road.
Ah, jeez. So flying is out of the question because they'll see me immediately. Unless I
Clara's
go
too
invisible.
busy playing an instrument to notice anything.
We get that, Chlora, but you're interrupting the
Okay.
scene.
Sorry.
Continue, Cicada.
So flying is out of the question unless I go invisible. But I can't concentrate on two spells at the same time. That's impossible. So,
Well, that's all we're to be concentrating on.
oh wait, never mind. I can just fly normally.
Yeah. Yeah, that's why racial features like fly is stupidly good. But yes. Let's see. I can cast invisibility on 2 people.
I
Got
can
visibility of myself, so
I
I
can do
just
it on
don't have.
4 people.
well, actually, and then of course there's always this.
That's true.
But they'll
We might
still
just need.
see us.
How so? If we sneak past them, we have plenty of terrain to work with.
As long as we don't stick to the road, then.
Oh, we're not going to walk straight on the road, but we will be able, with our knowledge of where the watchtowers are, we could go around the blind spots.
Suppose we could. I mean, I could create a distraction with mislead.
That would let them know that we are actually here, though.
True.
Distraction or not, misleading would not be the correct scenario.
I could just make everybody invisible then.
No, we could just do past the trace. It's fun. Plus 10 to stealth is really good. They're like, oh, see, that's what it says. Yeah, I see it. Charlotte just says, I think just sneaking around along the routes is good.
Okay.
Oh gosh, that's a high level spell. And I get to cast it once a day?
Yep.
Uh,
But
Right.
it only targets one person, so like that's a boss spell.
Okay.
or
What are you
actually,
talking about?
wanna-
Odo's irresistible dance.
Oh, I see.
okay. Uh,
Sorry, Charlotte. Continue.
well, that's mentioning. I'll be honest.
I'm sorry. I was asking about
It was
that.
no, it's okay. I don't know about us cutting out or not, so it's just what it is.
So, how are you guys going to get past the first watchtower?
Oh yeah, now I remember what I was trying to say. Go actually cast pass that trace. No, just
Done.
risk sneaking. Okay. We'll try to sneak past.
Alright. Who has disadvantage on stealth checks?
Ryu.
I have advantage on stealth checks.
On a giant mechanical dragon?
No, dragon doesn't have a disadvantage on stealth either. I have cloak of elven kind on me. I made that item.
Even still, it's gonna have to roll the same as you are. Just bear that in mind.
Okay.
Alright. Thorax, do you have disadvantage?
Nope. I'm in light armor.
Alright. So, it's night time. And you will slowly head towards the tall tower in the distance. You're keeping low to the edges of the road where the bush is denser. But it's clear that the road is decently maintained and that they clear it of most underbrush to keep it easy to spot things coming. So there's some cover, but not a whole lot. But with that said, roll stealth.
Now that I was actually trying to be stealthy, Clora is not playing the instrument.
Roll for the dragon side. That is straight stealth.
After that,
So
trace is kinda OP.
yeah, I rolled like 30s in both.
Okay. Alright. You will see two figures up in the tower. One figure is looking towards the next tower. One figure is looking down the road. You see one figure turn and move their attention over and around and then start looking towards the next tower, while the other figure waits a moment and then goes and turns and checks the other side. It's clear that they're well trained. But even with that, it's still a very long and boring shift. And they aren't expecting anyone to arrive, so you all manage to get past. I'm going to just use one token just because it's easier to represent where you guys are with that. So yeah,
Okay.
There.
you are represented by Cicada.
So we got past the one tower. We still have to get past another. What, 2?
Another
3?
5. Looks like.
Who needs
Well,
that
we're
many?
going through the back way here.
We'll get past 2 more.
The world needs 6 watchtowers.
Those who are incredibly paranoid.
So, roll your next stealth checks.
That is with advantage.
Okay.
That is not with advantage.
Okay. Perfect. Okay. So, you all make your way towards the second tower, and you all freeze as Charlotte's giant mechanical dragon stomps down, and there's a sudden thud as the ground gave way partly underneath them, and the sound echoes out for a moment. You see one of the figures pause in their rotations and look over. Their eyes scan the ground, and in fact, they even pull out some binoculars and have a scan of the area. You guys have. You guys can do. You guys have a choice. You can either dive into cover, or do nothing.
Cover.
You cannot speak to each other. Just say if you're going to dive into cover or stay still.
At a split second, how these mountains look quite white. With my cloak and hood up, of how well camouflaged am I with the white cloak and hood?
You're pretty camouflaged. Pretty.
In that case, I'm gonna stay perfectly still.
All right, Cicada, you're diving for cover. I need you to roll me another stealth.
Oh boy. That's a bit better.
Okay. What is everyone else doing? Clara?
Clara does not have the time to think and doesn't really think about stuff and sees someone else diving, so she follows suit.
Okay. Charlotte?
I'm staying still.
Okay. For you.
Ryu is going to turn towards the mountain. Since Korax said it's pure white.
Yep.
Right?
They are,
Okay,
but you cannot
so
talk to anyone. You gotta decide. Split second. Hide or still.
So Ryu is going to curl up and envelop himself in his tails.
So you're going to move and try and hide. Roll me a stealth then.
Oh no.
I still have pass without trace, don't I?
If you're
You
near
do?
me, then yes.
You do, yes?
15.
Oh
Okay.
dear.
Oh no.
The figure pauses and he reaches up and flicks on a light. The spotlight turns and shines on both of you. It's more of like a one of those old oil lanterns with in a small can to project the light in a direction, if you know what I mean. It's a makeshift spotlight. And it's pointed right at all of you. I'm going to go down the list one more time. You can either hide You can either try and hide elsewhere or stay exactly where you are. Clara.
Clara thinks she hid fairly well and is going to stay behind whatever cover she went into.
So you're staying.
Yes.
Cicada.
Oh boy. I stand out very much. In a moment of panic, I'm going to cast invisibility on myself and Clara.
Okay. Charlotte.
And still.
Corax.
I am staying perfectly still.
Ryu.
Staying perfectly still.
You see the guard watch the area closely for a bit. They pull out an arrow and they fire it at the snow. It doesn't hit anything, but it does impact the snow somewhat close to where you guys are. This time I'm going to ask all of you. Do you move or do you stay?
Stay.
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 Charlotte, can you have your dragon roll one last stealth check? Cicada, I want you to roll one stealth check as well.
Okay, I made myself invisible, so
You have advantage, yes.
oh, we're so caught.
Alright,
Don't some of us have passed
Guys.
out trace?
guys. Let me talk, please.
Right, sorry.
You will watch as a figure stares at you for a moment longer, and then the light turns off, and he returns to his rounds of looking out.
Too close.
And then you see a second arrow shot fire at you guys. And the light turns on and he suddenly turns back. And then he turns it back off and brings his arrows back around and knocks it and looks back out once more. Fortunately for you guys, you have that +10 stealth. But you successfully avoided getting seen.
Oh my god.
By this tower, anyway.
And you make it past the second tower. The next bit is the hard bit because you have to cross over the path. You have a few options. You can cross in between the middle of the towers. You can cross close to one of the towers. But you have to cross.
You know, if we sneak up on the guards, if we sneak up on one of the towers, we might be able to silence the guard inside.
Actually. Also, I'm still here. Just invisible. Same with Clara.
Mm-hmm.
What's the current position of the sun?
No, son, because you've got a vampire with you.
Oh, right.
Yeah, said vampire can just easily turn into a bat, right?
She can.
Hmm. I have a bit of an idea. There's like myself and Raichi could sneak up there and silence the guards.
Into a half fly.
Correction, guards. There's 2 in every tower.
Yeah, which is why I suggested myself and
Yeah.
Raichi. We both take down one guard.
Well, you guys are free to discuss it. I will assume you guys are being quiet, but you feel free to discuss it. You guys have options. What would you like to do?
If the 2 of us are invisible, how many of us do we need to be to invisify to make them invisible? Yeah.
3?
Including the robot.
Ah. 4.
Okay, so 3. Unless you don't count Toga all the time,
Ah.
basically invisible. Yeah.
Well, you're invisible in dim light, which it is, so yeah.
Nighttime's perfect for this kind of scenario.
So 3.
Okay. So I can cast invisibility on 2 people. 4x. If you can drop Pass Without a Trace, we'll have a chance to get across easier.
Yeah. I guess that's the safer option.
How's it gonna handle snow tracks?
It's fine as long as you don't shine the light on it.
I mean, we
Hey.
could try dusting the tracks behind us. There are like these branches all over the place.
From what we have seen so far, how often do they use a light unless they see something suspicious? Like in a normal routine that we've been here so far.
I mean, you get the impression that they don't use the light that often to keep their night vision.
Right. Okay.
So
No,
they
I
only
think we'll
use
be
the
fine.
light to try and startle. Like if. Roll me survival.
Okay.
The light is more to startle animals and the like than to actually catch someone. They're there to startle creatures so they'll run out and they can confirm that it wasn't anything suspicious.
Right. That's a confirmation check.
Yeah.
Okay. So yeah, I think we'll just be fine if we just invisible ourselves. Does anyone else know invisibility? Besides me, 4x, and Skada? Okay, that answers that then, I believe.
Yep.
Yeah.
So
And I
4x,
already
yeah,
made-
roll up. Yeah. What was that, Skada? I'm sorry.
I already made myself and Clara invisible. So
Yeah, so I don't want to waste that. So
Oh, right, there's also Rashi, but Rashi can turn into a bat.
Yeah. No, I don't think she's actually aided in the area yet,
Yeah.
as far as I know. So,
Basically, don't worry about Rashi in any of your rolls.
right. So, what do you think, Forex? Think that's a good idea?
Sounds like the. Oh, I don't have anything better, so we'll do it.
Okay.
Oops, the misclick. Ignore that.
Alright, so I'll invisible. Forex, how are your spell slots looking? Because, I'm half. Oh, Celia, I'm a half caster. One of us will have to use visibility level 2.
I've got a slightly deeper well of edging than you. I've only spent one spell slot so far.
And that's a level 2 spell slot, right?
Yeah.
All
Okay.
right. So you're all turning invisible.
Yeah. I'll
just
spend my level 3.
okay. I need you all to roll a stealth check. You'll have advantage. It's just a general check, nothing serious.
Okay. 28.
30, 20, 18, or 28.
Oh,
18.
also, while we're doing this, I'm casting See Invisibility on myself.
Okay. Also, as
That
a
doesn't require
reminder,
concentration.
you don't have Pass Without a Trace anymore because Corax is concentrating on invisibility.
Right. So we're based on
Um,
casting See Invisibility.
alright.
So I'm doing it on myself now.
Isn't that
And I'm gonna do it.
concentration, though?
No.
Okay.
See Invisibility is not concentration.
Just checking. Just checking.
Yeah.
Alright.
Just a buff.
Yeah, like Charlotte's gonna have to cast it before casting invisibility, but that's about it.
Alright. With
Shiva
that-
would be invisible, I believe.
With that, you just casually walk across the open area, and the guards don't even glance in your direction as you move into cover.
Okay. That's phase 1 done.
Now we go to the secret place.
Yeah.
Yeah, and Raichi speaks up at this and then says, normally we just fly into the secret entrance, so it's probably going to be a bit to get over there because you guys have to walk
I mean,
through
I
the
can
mountains. Yeah, and I can fly
I-
too, but they
fly. And
can't.
I can make everybody else fly.
Oh, you can?
well,
Everyone?
actually, I can make up to 3 people fly.
Oh, you can?
Okay. How many
If
how
that-
many of
that
us
would- Don't forget
Go
that
ahead.
would use up all your. That would use up your only remaining spell slot, right?
Yeah, but if we take a short rest, I'll be fine.
Okay. So let's count the people real quick. Cicada can make 3 people fly, right?
Yes.
So that covers Cicada, Ryu, Flora. We're down 2 people then.
4x.
Could you make 4X fly? Oh yeah, 'cause you can fly.
Yep.
I can fly. Yes.
Oh yeah. So yeah, we're all good then. I can fly.
Because
And
dragon.
No, because I have the spell fly, and I just cast it on my dragon friend, and I
Oh.
just ride the dragon.
Okay.
Alright. So, if you guys are flying though, do be aware that you won't be invisible.
Right.
It will
Yeah,
be
we'll just-
fine. Just keep it in mind, is all I'm saying. That you are no longer invisible.
Right.
Right.
We're just gonna keep low for now.
So yeah,
Or maybe we could go above the watchtowers.
with the
I
help
wouldn't go that high.
with the help and guidance of Raichi, you all fly directly to the secret entrance, and you find it's this little, almost hole in between a group of tall cliffs and mountains that just sails inward and opens up into a cave. Like, it would be very difficult to get here without flying.
Mhm.
Is there a place to rest for a moment?
There's a place you can land, and in fact, Raichi says, I mean, you could rest for a short while, but they do check this place on occasion, so we can't rest here for too long.
Okay.
So you can get a
An hour is
short
not
rest.
scary.
Yeah, I can have a short rest and get all my spell slots back.
So you can get a short rest, but you can't get a long rest. Just keep that in mind.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Is anyone keeping watch?
Shiva keeps watch.
Alright, those keeping watch, roll perception.
Oh, I know passive matters, but it doesn't matter probably. I'm actually watching.
You're actively watching, so we use that. But if your passive is higher, we use that.
Am I keeping watch?
Oh, are you? Shiva's keeping watch.
I'll repeat what I said. Everyone who is keeping watch, roll perception.
Clara doesn't have anything else to do since she can't do the short rest song, so she's gonna keep watch too.
So,
Poorly.
as you are all getting your breath and taking a moment to breathe and relax after that stressful bit of time, Shiva turns their head and you watch as the green mist exits them and forms into a light green beam, almost like a targeting dot, that focuses in and points to a bat in the ceiling. And that is where we will end this session.
Oh god.
Thank you all for tuning in, and thanks for the messages, SK. It was nice to read them. We'll see you all next time. Bye bye.
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 Bye.